All right, guys, welcome to day 19 of the Build AMZ case study that I'm doing here. The goal of this case study is to be able to launch a product with only using 1 to 2 hours a day and less than $3,000 in total overhead. So we're going through doing that. We went through and we found a product that looked like it was really good. But yesterday or the day before yesterday, I decided to switch up the product just simply because it was something that needed to be customized, and none of the manufacturers that were used to doing it have done custom designs, at least not very easily. There are a couple we were starting to find, but the price is starting to get way up too high for what we're trying to do for the case study. So anyways, long story short, yesterday I went through and I started coming up with a new list of different ideas. I think I may have found a couple here. I'm just trying to kind of knock out the last few details here. I reached out to a couple of suppliers last night, so we'll look and see what their responses are, just to kind of see what we can start doing to go down this path. But yeah, that's catching up to speed. It's day 19. I've been hoping to have a product by this point. But honestly, 2.5, almost 3 weeks isn't terrible for starting at absolute step one. So anyways, day 19, hopefully by the next 2 days, that's my goal, the next 2 days, to have a product locked in that we're going to move forward with and have the supplier start working on it. Okay. So like I said, we're going to jump into it right now. We're going to go take a look at, just dig a little bit deeper into a couple of the options that I found yesterday. And then if we need to expand those options into more things, we can do that as well. All right, guys, I think that's it for tonight. I spent just a little over an hour, found a sweet product, reached out to 4 different suppliers about it. I've got some ideas that I want to make, just some minor changes to this. But when we're coming into this, if you guys are part of the buildamz.com program, that's the monthly subscription, just $20 a month gets you in to see all the details of what I'm doing here. You'll go through and kind of understand what I'm looking for when I'm looking at a product and whether or not I feel like I can compete well with that. There's some additional things that I've used in other business models but have not yet used on the Amazon platform. And so it's something that I'm actually going to test out with this product once we get it up and going. So stick around for that, because I think it's going to be really big. Okay, it's going to allow you to take this one product and scale it exponentially, and increase your average customer value, increase your contact and your capabilities of communicating with these customers that have already purchased from you, to upsell to them, to resell to them, to do all these sorts of things. Like, I'm pretty stoked about it. So stick around for that. But like I said, went through, contacted a few suppliers tonight. I'm probably going to stay up really late tonight. It's only about 9:30 right now. As you can see, they're starting to get a few messages rolling in here. One of them was just an autoresponder. It's probably what these other 2 are as well. Oh, see, these people already responded back to one of the questions that I asked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay up late tonight and just pay attention to these messages coming in from these suppliers, just so we can kind of get this knocked out. If I can get a supplier locked in with a price point and all looks good in the next 2 days, that's my goal. That's what I want to be able to get going with this here. It's getting late. Be able to. But anyways, day 19, restarted at day 17, finding a new product. So hopefully this one goes better. It's already looking like it's going to be easier to do what we want to do to make the changes. And like I said, I'm really excited about kind of what type of marketing and the type of actual business that we're going to build around this product, rather than just being a product. And again, if you're in the Build AMZ course, if you're not, go check it out. It's free for a month. It's only $20 a month after that. I can guarantee you that you will not get more value for that price anywhere. Okay, it's awesome. So go check that out. And as you go through that, you'll realize that there's a few different business models that you can take with selling on Amazon. And then even within those business models, there's a few different strategies or overall goals that you want to achieve with that. And so you kind of have a direction. And like I said, something that I've used in other business models that have not yet used on the Amazon platform is this really cool business model that, like I said, is building this more of a business rather than find a product, launch it on Amazon, and then sell that and ride that wave as long as it will go, and then find a new product, sell that, ride that as long as it'll go. Like, kind of having to keep going through that repetitive cycle, which is fine. Like, that business model works, and a lot of people make a lot of money doing that. That's what I did for a lot of years, but I'm kind of over that, right? I want to build something that's going to be more sustainable and something that will continue to grow and grow into more than what we're just doing here on Amazon. So anyways, like I said, check out buildamz.com. This is day 19. I'll be back in to tune with you guys tomorrow to catch you up to speed on what goes on tonight. Just in case you guys didn't know, it's usually customary when you're kind of, especially at crunch time, to stay up and like pull an all-nighter basically to communicate with suppliers, because obviously if you're in the US anyways, in the US and China, it's like when they're asleep, you're awake, and when you're awake, they're asleep kind of thing. So sometimes you got to make sacrifices, right? So we're going to stay up late tonight and try to communicate back and forth with these people. Sometimes even doing that, they don't respond very quickly. So a tip there that you can use is you can send them a message and say, hey, I'd like to set up an hour of your time to be able to, whether it's get on WhatsApp, you can do video conferences on WhatsApp or Zoom, or you can just communicate directly through Alibaba, but at least they've set aside an hour of time so that you can ask all your questions, get all the pictures, all the information that you need, and be able to knock it all out right then rather than having to wait for them. Some people do that, some people won't. Depends on who you're working with, right? If they have a big sales team, they got to ask some of your questions to the development team, then that may prolong the process. Or if they're a trading company, they're going to have to go to the manufacturer, wait for the manufacturer to respond, come back to them. So there's a lot of variables at play there, right? But I would say that I would expect to at least pull one all-nighter while you guys are trying to plug all this out if you want to speed your process up, right? If you don't and you're fine with just you send a message today, they respond tonight, you send a message tomorrow, that's all good too, okay? But anyways, day 19, we're at crunch time here. Hopefully the next 2 days we've got this done. We can get a product, and I really like this product. It's really lightweight. It's really small. We're probably gonna be able to ship it on a plane. I just shipped a product on a plane last week here directly to my house. We just bought like 100 units of it. It literally took like 4 days using DHL. So it was really fast. So hopefully that's kind of the same case here, because as soon as we get this, man, we're gonna be flying to be able to get this thing going. So my goal is, like I said, spending under $3,000, spending 1 to 2 hours a day, and having a product. Ideally, I want to sell out of my first 100 units by 90 days. That's the goal. Okay. So see you guys tomorrow.